Hello everybody, welcome back to the Mama Vic channel. And they say fortune favors the bold. So I'm going to talk about a couple of things in this video today. I'm going to talk about a new important proposal that you guys need to act upon as regards the development of the Fetch.AI ecosystem. You guys need to go vote right now because we're dealing with decentralized systems. So the other thing I want to talk about is Fetch.AI's recent announcement really saw some development, some tractional development within the crypto space. In other words, more attention on the token. And I'm also going to talk about some of the play to earn game that I've been doing for the past 5.5 weeks. I'm going to talk about my progress, where I am. So I think that's something you might want to listen to. And I'm also going to talk about some events that are coming up in this space, guys. So if you're into this kind of content, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It's very, very important for the growth of this channel. And also, the more this channel grows, the more quality content I put out there, and the more content generally that I put out there. Okay, guys, let's jump straight into it. So guys, the first thing I want to talk about is going straight into these proposals. Don't forget to vote on the following proposals. Government proposal to upgrade the Fetch.AI chain to the Cosmos Software Development Kit version 0.45 and IBC, which is the Inter-Blockchain Communication Protocol version 2.2. And the other proposal is Community Fund Spend proposal to enable CSVs for tax proposals. Now guys, let's look at the first one, which is the Dorado network upgrade. I did a video about this yesterday and assigned it with you guys together. So this is essentially going to allow the Fetch.AI network to develop to be on par with what's happening in the Cosmos ecosystem, so that it can enable that fluid inter-blockchain communication or interchain communication to enable the services that innately are built to be handled on the Fetch.AI ecosystem, at least as far as interconnectivity is concerned. Guys, this other one is about taxation. Now, the way I'm not going to talk about how I voted, because I don't think I should do that. This is a democratic system. I shouldn't influence people's minds. So you can vote yes, abstain, no, and no with veto. So this is a very complex one. I'm not even going to try and explain this one. It's about taxation. I don't like taxation. It avoids productivity, because if people are staking and then they're going to be taxed, why should they stay in the ecosystem? Why should they stay there? What? Because cryptocurrency is so complex. If you make a profit in the bull market and you take those profits, governments, I hope you're listening, and you take those profits, there's no guarantee of anything in the crypto space. Because if you make a profit in the crypto space and you take off that profit, there's chances that you want to reinvest that profit. Maybe you've taken that profit too early and you've made, say, $1,000. You take off profit, and tomorrow that same $1,000 would have been worth $10,000, and yet the government is requiring you to pay $300 off those $1,000 you made. So you cannot reinvest any other money in the crypto space, because the money you were supposed to reinvest went to the government, and the balance that's left is going to the rent you're paying to your house. So I really dislike taxation, because it will destroy a lot of ecosystems. Anyways, so I think my point has been made about how I feel about this proposal, but it's more about how I feel about taxation than the proposal itself. I know Fetch.AI is based in the UK, and of course governments, if this company is to truly succeed, given the types of connections it's building, I'm sure this is a requirement they're supposed to implement, or something like that, or for some specific customers. Actually, if you read this proposal, cryptocurrency holdings are liable to tax in most countries, and often held in complex financial instruments such as liquidity pools, loans, stake delegations, and derivatives. Blockchains are typically slow and difficult to query using open source tools, which makes the complexion of tax returns impossible for many token holders, because it's hard to do KYC on different addresses or different users. So there are different third-party applications such as Coinly and Accounting that provide records of transactions from a particular set of query addresses, and that allow users to easily prepare tax returns for the authorities in most jurisdictions. So these applications support major centralized exchanges and established crypto ecosystems, but do not currently support most Cosmos SDK chains, including the Fetch.AI mainnet. The developers of the stake.tax application have addressed this gap in tax services for several Cosmos SDK chains, including Atom, Terra Luna, and have offered to extend the service to the Fetch.AI mainnet. And the state.tax application can be used to generate reports that can be used to prepare tax returns or act as an additional data source for existing tax accounting software. So we propose that 65,000 FET from the current community fund, currently standing at around 530,000 FET as of the 21st of March 2022. Maybe this was supposed to be dollars, currently standing at around community fund is 530,000 FET, so maybe 60,000 FET used for that, should be used to fund the stake.tax development team to support the Fetch.AI mainnet, as this would provide a valuable utility to FET token holders and increase the adoption of the Fetch.AI ecosystem. If accepted, the funds will be transferred to the Fetch.AI Foundation address and paid in installments to the stake.tax team for completing the integration. So guys, there you go. I've read the full proposal for you. Please go read it again and make your own decision. Vote yes, vote abstain, vote no, or vote no with veto. There are 4 options for you. So guys, let's move forward. Now here, as regards the $150 million fund that Fetch.AI just went into, we have the CEO of Fetch.AI, CTO of Fetch.AI, Jonathan Ward, tweeting this. You can see, looking forward to seeing what people are going to build with these development funds. Appreciate all the hard work from our team in the background. Hard work from our team in the background. I think that's what I wanted to say. And of course, this is this is referring to the Fetch.AI partnership with MXC Global, Huobi Global Exchange, and Bybit Official and Bybit Exchange. So they went into a $150 million fund, and these are some articles out there. Fetch.AI FET gains 43% after $150 million fund development fund and Cosmos IBC announcement. So they want to upgrade to the Cosmos IBC. They've raised this money. They're going to build applications. They want to incentivize people to build applications, and this is how you grow the ecosystem. The tax thing, guys, it was more of how I feel about taxation, but I understand most of these proposals, and it's even decentralized. So if people don't vote, but I think tentatively it's already through, because 57% of online voting power has been voted, and the proposal is tentatively valid. So guys, we do not know what the future is. Maybe this might be a good thing. Who knows? Who knows? But I think it's a good move. At least the option is left to the people to vote. So depending on how the people to vote, the team will implement. It might be something necessary in the future. So guys, the other thing that you might not know about that I wanted to talk about is Decentraland. Guys, a lot of you, whenever I talk about this, you feel like, no, I don't care about this. But I think it's really important, because we're looking at a platform that's a leading developer in this new ecosystem that we're seeing. Essentially how people are going to be employed, people are going to be living their lives. Imagine Facebook or Twitter or Google in the beginning and the events they were doing. Imagine now you can tokenize that activity, that data, because you can get proof of attendance tokens. Some of these events drop wearables. Some of them you can do all kinds of activities and be liable to things that could bring in some serious income. I mean, you just never know what to expect. So just announcing from yesterday, I think it's going to happen for about 4 days or something. There's going to be this thing called the Decentraland events. Basically Fashion Week. So a lot of people, a lot of companies are going to be showing off their apparel, their attires, and whatever is going to be going on. So different estates, different plots of land, different individual private companies are going to be developing. And we can see MetaKey, one of the projects that I think will be leaders in the future as far as digitization is concerned, or NFTs, games, and the whole metaverse ecosystem. MetaKey, one of their artists that built one of the keys, the 3rd edition key, who's called Mark Omatic. And if you do not know who Mark Omatic is, this guy does some amazing virtual reality art, which I've essentially never seen anywhere else. It's truly unique art, and all the other keys also have really novel art displayed onto them, especially edition 4 and edition 3. I think these guys really took it. They knocked it out of the park. So guys, these are some of the outfits. If you hold the edition 3 MetaKey, you receive one of these Mark Omatic outfits, and they're all extremely beautiful. Essentially, you'll be able to walk around in Decentraland with these high quality. I've made wearables in Decentraland, and it's really hard to optimize them. So I think this is really cool. And thanks to MetaKey, those that don't have it, I think the snapshot is being taken today. So this is your last chance. And remember, in a bear market, this is the cheapest you can get some of these things. They're not that cheap right now, but it's something you might want to look into. So guys, the last thing I want to talk about in this video is this play to earn game. I've devoted so much time to this ecosystem because there's so much planning involved. There's so much that meets the eye with this as far as this platform is concerned. And basically, these are my Pegas that I've acquired in the past 1 month. I've been able to acquire in the past 5.5 weeks. I've been able to acquire 25 Pega, but they're not just random Pega, guys. Of course, so this is my scholars. I have so far 10 scholars, which is pretty amazing. Those that are wondering, scholars are real people out there that are helping me race my Pegas or my horses as I participate in this ecosystem. It generates for me a currency called VIS, and I can use this to do a couple of things. I can trade it into USDT, buy more Pega. I can use it to breed my horses and create more horses. I can purchase horses off the marketplace. They created a decentralized exchange within the platform, so you can just transact your Matic tokens because it's built on the Polygon Matic ecosystem, or your governance tokens, which is PGX, or the USD Tether or USDC, or you can convert to the VIS token, which is the utility token that you can use to breed and do other things. In the future, these guys are going to release stadiums, which is going to burn a lot of these horses that exist, which means we're going to see a dramatic reduction in the supply of this Pega. And you can see randomly the statistics here. The number of Pega that have been born into existence constantly is the reason why you're seeing this drop here is because the day has just started, and at the end of the day, this thing will pop right back up. The Pega volume continues to fluctuate just like everything else. The Pega sold, this continues to increase or flatten out. It's pretty amazing, and you can view some of they have so many statistics tools that they build to be able to see your activities within this space, your historical activity, to keep track of your activity and what's going on, your tokens, how much you're minted, how your Pegas are racing, the energy. There's just so much involved into this space, and that's why I've been dedicating a lot of mental effort in understanding this play to earn ecosystem and how it operates. And consequently, guys, because of that, I've created these Excel sheets. If you want, I can pass them on to you. There's no link in the description, but if you can comment, if you want them, I can push you the templates of these that I've been creating slowly by slowly. Scholarship, keeping track of my scholars, which Pegas are racing on the open market that are earning VIS and PGX. When I'm breeding my Pega, there's some special Pega that I'm breeding. You see these ones are Component, Epics, Clean Pacer, Zan, basically some that are breeded Component Epics, then the racing Pega as well. So I classify these things into different categories. The ones that I'm breeding specifically for racing, or the lower end Pegas like the Pacers mostly. You find Horse Pacers, Zan Pacers here, and also finances, and what I'm planning, how I incentivize some of my managers of the Discord channel and so on. So it's very, very good to keep track of these things because this game requires a lot of mental planning, and as it moves forward, it's even going to implement this more because it's going to be statistics based, skills based types of participation. So you have to understand your breeding models, the governance models when you're voting for proposals, what kind of bloodlines you want to hold, because in these games, the different types of horses or Pegas, and they come in different bloodlines: Horse, Component, Clean, and Zan. Those are the 4 bloodlines, and each Pega comes in terms of the founding, which were 5,000. So I have a founding Pega. So I try to diversify. I've got 2 legendary Pegas. I've got 5 epic, 5 epic Pegas, and I've got 1 rare. I can still breed some more rares, and I've got a bunch of Pacers which are going to help me with racing, and in case I want to sell some Pegas to stadiums, I want to breed. These are specifically for that use case. Guys, this is just the tip of the iceberg. I've just started planning. I mean, I've been planning for 5.5 weeks now, but it's just the start. It's just the start because there's a lot involved in this game. There's a lot of updates coming to this ecosystem, and there's just so much happening in the crypto space if you keep your mind open, guys. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I really hope you learned something, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.